Hello, friends. Welcome to the Seven Little Piggies experiment part 8. So, this one is all about Tipsy Piggy, and obviously he hiccups a bit and makes these lovely compositions. Here we go. Okay, so this one is Tipsy Piggy, and what I said I was gonna do with this one is just try to make sure that my ring pores are tight. So I was doing spirals earlier, and so I needed to make sure that my ring pores are rings and not spirals. Here. Okay, so okay. Here we go. So I'm gonna try to keep the piggy over here. Tipsy Piggy. Tipsy Piggy. Oh, I think Mina's gonna have the best recipe for the piggies. Wow. Yep. That's gonna be Mina's. Drop all the piggy. Okay, so as I finish this piece, I note that there's a lot of bubbles. Now, I did bring in Haley to pop the bubbles of the base coat, the gold base coat, but still, there's a lot of bubbles. So I think there's bubbles that are from the gold base coat, and then bubbles that just appear with the pour on top. So yeah, so I will need to bring Haley in, and hopefully she can help us pop as many bubbles as possible. Now, I'm still, considering my options in terms of what to do about these air bubbles. I looked at some heat guns that apparently are stronger, but it seems like they would actually blow a lot of air onto the canvas, and that would not be advisable because basically they just would blow the paint off. So we'll see what happens. But thank you, Haley, for this one. So let me take you in for a close up of the Tipsy Piggy pour. It is gorgeous, fantastic, stunning, fabulous. And the Tipsy Piggy is I believe MinaVillegasArt art recipe, and of course it would have to be the best one. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that it's the best one because they're all beautiful and stuff and have merit in their own way. But yeah, this one is very pretty. So let's see. What this one is doing is sewing up quite a bit, and because this was the last one, I'm thinking that it, like the more the paint sat in that cup, the more time they had to develop cells and stuff like that. And so potentially there were some reactions happening with the alcohol as well. But it gave us this beautiful, beautiful piece. So I loved it when I was tilting it because it felt easy. It felt natural. Like there was, I think it was, I can't remember which one, but that one felt super runny. This one didn't feel runny. It just felt like it was good. Now, there's a lot of bubbles, a lot of cells that are coming up. That's probably due to the fact that they all have gold underneath, and so I don't know if I'll carry gold. But look at this gradient, like, oh my gosh. But the one thing with this one though is trying to see, like, I think the piggy's less defined on this one than on any of the other ones, but it is so pretty. So the piggy, well, in the lines here you see them, right? You see, hopefully you can see that green right there. So hopefully that's the piggy. So hopefully when it dries it'll be much more defined, and then we can see it. But regardless of like how prominent or how defined the piggy is, it probably blended with all these other paints and looks fantastic. So I really do love this one. And so now I'm gonna stop this one and then just kind of take you in for a close-up on the 7 of them. And now here's a close-up of the dry piece. So just as the pours before, the dry piece are super shiny. I don't know if you can tell that the piggy made cells, so it held really well together. So it actually came up through the blue, which is really astonishing. Sorry, because the piggy usually would go to the bottom because of the weight and stuff. So yeah, it's yeah, I think the Tipsy Piggy recipe that Mina Villegas came up with is really awesome because it even works on my pouring medium. I wasn't sure whether or not it would work, but it did. Look at this beautiful, beautiful piggy that is just having a grand old time on this canvas. Yeah, so I had nothing to worry about, which is awesome. And it just, the piece itself, it's so pretty. Even here where there's bronze, that makes it make it look a little dark and stuff like that. A little dark for my taste, right? Still looks really pretty. So yeah, so this one has a lot more blues. And this one, so I had an option when I was tilting of keeping. Look at this. I love that. That kind of looks like pimples, but, but I love it. And look at all this shimmer and stuff. But like I said earlier, when I was tilting, I had the option of having the composition be sort of like a braided paints in front of the on top of the canvas, but then I decided to kind of tilt some of that off and then just kept more like lines. And I don't regret it. It's beautiful, but I think the other, had I kept the braided part, also would have made for really interesting composition. Now here we go with more of the piggy. So here you see more of the. There you go, more piggy. Oh wow. Well, thank you so much for joining me and staying till the end. So I really appreciate your support. I hope you liked this experiment. Part 9 is actually a piece that I poured that has the 7 different piggies together. I wanted to see whether there might be some reaction between the piggies themselves. And so, yeah, so please come back to take a look at that. I really appreciate your support, and we'll see you at the next one. Thank you so much.